grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner's side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoes, chase the...
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Right there. Bring it! Bring it! Yes!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Elliott. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, and he'll find Hall. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week, because they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them, because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity, because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
We're good. 180.
On 2nd down, it's Roth, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
There's Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check nickel.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A 93-yard kickoff return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Badgley now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What down? You ready? Go. Go. 9.
Carr now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. It's good. Motion out of the backfield.
shotgun now for Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Carr completes it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Roth. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 15.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Raiders 35, Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Garoppolo. And that's Elliott, complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go,
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Garoppolo got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Garoppolo again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On 2nd and 12, Carr. They'll set up the screen to Howard. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Carr to throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's good for 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Well, here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the left side. It's Roth, and just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Here we go. What do you need?
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Garoppolo on first down. He's got his man Sharp complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, me and you all day.
Now Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our
house. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught. It's Stewart. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get them one closer.
35. Lions 14. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Roth, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Check 43.
21.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down now, it's Roth. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Garoppolo now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Oakland, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.